So I have a question. This is kind of a curveball, but not really. How has having a kid changed your life? Like, what
Okay.
were some, like my mom, she was on the podcast and she said, well, I didn't get to sleep anymore after I had kids. So stuff like that. What was interesting?
Right. So for me, it has made my life much fuller, um, more meaningful, and a bit scarier as well. And I explained that, but it's, when you're going through life on your own and you have decisions to make, you may not think things through quite the same as when you are responsible for another person.
Mm.
And then also for me, you look at the world in general and it's a good place, but yet there's scary things about it. And I think that kind of shows up more when you have a child where you're concerned for their welfare, or a car speeding down your street is different when you have a little one who might run out in the street than it is when you're sitting there on the porch reading a book by yourself. So the level of awareness of things changes.
Interesting.
And so I'm not saying it's scary to have a child. I'm just saying that, the world seems different, and the choices that you make are thought through on a different level when you have someone else either with you or that you're responsible for at home that you need to keep in mind all the time. And the love, whoa, that's a different type of thing.
Explain the love. Whoa.
Well, it's just different, marriage love is very different than mother-child love. I don't know if I can explain it.
That's okay.
Your mom will know.
Yeah. If you're a parent, you just know.
Well, it's being responsible for them, but also that you brought them into this world, it's an amazing, amazing thing. So
I don't know what parents will think about this statement, but I have a dog and he has become slowly kind of like my child. He's almost 5. He's about 5 now. And I've had him since he's probably 3.5 fully. And I kind of have that same, it's definitely, I would guess not on that level, but it's a sense of that. I do make different decisions now. Like the jobs that I take on, I want to make sure that they're not too many hours in a row. Like I try to avoid the 8-hour shifts because I don't want to leave him at home for 8 hours a day. Maybe I'll work 4 hours in the morning and 4 hours at night or whatever, and take him out in the middle and before and after. And then, different stuff too, but that's the first example I thought of. But I can't imagine having an actual human to take care of, because that would
right.
20 times that level of worry, and not even so much worry, but yeah.
Oh, there's worry.
I have enough worry without a child. Oh, I believe you.
Yeah.
I was a resident assistant for 6 adults with intellectual disabilities for years, about 5 years on and off. Well, really like 7 years on and off when I was doing it part-time. But anyway, even that, like when I'm responsible for 6 adults, when we're going out to the restaurant or going out to shop, it's very different. And even sleeping at night, I'm like constantly, if anything, I hear anything in the other room, like, do I need to go check on that? Are they all right? Are they just getting a drink of water? So I can definitely attest to the worry part on probably a smaller scale, but still.
Well, I think that's what you had was the same level of responsibility in a different way, of course, but you got a good taste.
Yeah. It was
what that can be like.
Yeah, it was basically that level of probably, or a similar level of worry, but it was different in that they weren't like my blood. They weren't my, What is that? Inner.
I'm not sure that matters all that much. I mean, you had a level
Definitely had
of
a connection.
responsibility for them, and you cared deeply about them. So I think, to me, that's a very good taste of the feeling that it's like, to take care of another human and be responsible for their well-being.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.